The Crimes of Grindelwald is the latest installment in J.K. Rowling's Wizarding World franchise, the second movie under the Fantastic Beasts branding, and the 10th in the Harry Potter saga in total. The movie once again stars Eddie Redmayne, Johnny Depp, Ezra Miller, Katherine Waterston, and Dan Fogler, and adds Zoe Kravitz and Jude to the roster. First up, if you're a regular to my channel, you know I'm not a die-hard Harry Potter fan. I love the early books, but am only a very casual fan of the movies themselves, so I need to preface this review by saying my knowledge of Potter lore isn't enormous and may have affected the way I viewed the movie, but I'm not too sure. Crimes of Grindelwald could be perhaps the most conflicting movie I've seen this year, and I feel like I have incredibly mixed feelings about it. As with all Potter movies, this is an absolute beauty to look at. It has incredible special effects, wonderful set pieces, and an overall aura of magic and enchantment. It has wonderful direction and a fantastic score. Performances are mostly great, and the movie features some pretty elaborate and exciting sequences. However, on the whole, I feel like this could perhaps be quite easily the most convoluted, confusing, and boring entry in the entire saga yet. The movie only runs a little over 2 hours, but I felt like I was in the theater for about 4 hours watching this. It's strange because the movie does so much and jumps from place to place, plot thread to plot thread constantly, but at the same time just feels like it drags on and on and on. There is so much going on here that it is so easy to become disoriented and unfathomably lost. Yes, I've felt a little bit lost in Potter movies before, but I've always put that down to unfamiliarity of source material in specific movies where I haven't read the book. However, with Grindelwald, the thing is there is no source and no book this time round. So this movie is either so utterly confusing because it's trying to shove so many plot threads, side stories, and characters down your throat constantly, or because it relies on an enormous amount of Potter lore for you to be able to add two and two together. Either way, this is either a movie that is plain and simply just a complete mess, or is one massive lump of fan service, and I'm not really sure how I feel about either possibility. I will say that I really enjoyed the first 45 minutes to an hour of the movie, but it got to a point around the halfway mark where I realised I had no idea what was going on and was slowly losing interest in the story. I felt like I was just watching a whole bunch of stuff that incoherently tries to string itself together as a movie, leaving you wondering, what on earth is going on here? There's so much stuff in here, in fact, that it almost feels like Rowling has just mushed a bunch of different movie ideas into one overloaded picture to get from point A to point B in the flashest of flashes. Look, it's always a lot of fun to revisit the Wizarding World. I had enormous fun in the Hogwarts sequence, albeit short as it is, and I really love the new creatures and magical moments. I even loved some of the more obvious references and Easter eggs to the past movies and books. I thought Jude was absolutely impeccable as Dumbledore, though I felt that he was completely underutilized and really wasn't in the movie long enough. I almost feel like maybe they should just make a Dumbledore movie with lore instead of another one of these Fantastic Beasts things. Honestly, I'm not too sure how many more outings I can stand Johnny Depp running around as a crazy wizard. I had really great hopes for his performance here, but in the end it just felt, yet again, like another movie with Johnny Depp starring Johnny Depp as Johnny Depp playing Johnny Depp. There is absolutely nothing special in this run-of-the-mill Johnny Depp performance, and no matter how much Rowling wants to make Grindelwald a menacing villain to the caliber of Voldemort, Depp does very little to convince us he could ever get anywhere near it. Look, this is a movie that has its decent moments and has its bad moments. When it's good, it's very good. When it's bad, it's really bad. But when a movie jumps between these moments so constantly and so erratically, it becomes really difficult to endure. I really wanted to enjoy this, but just found myself frustrated, bored, and completely bewildered. Problem is, the movie does try, and tries really hard to be something special, but I just feel like it never quite gets there. I will give Grindelwald a very, very generous 3 out of 5, and hope the story unravels itself on further viewings and in future installments. Grindelwald is one of the weaker Wizarding World movies with too much going on at any given moment. The movie doesn't suck, it's just very hard to get through and incredibly tough to follow. And at that, it is over to you guys out there. How did you feel about Crimes of Grindelwald? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Was I confused because I know very little about Potter lore? Or is it just a generally confusing movie to anyone? Fire away in the comments below and let me know your thoughts. If this is your first time viewing one of my videos, you like what you've seen, you'd like to see more like this in the future, then please don't forget to hit that big old subscribe button up on your screen right now, and also hit that like button down below if you're feeling extra generous. Also, don't forget to check out my many social media accounts, and please consider supporting me over on Patreon. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day.